There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
Our perspective is yours for the taking, but you'll have to join us first. We left everything we debated at the Yonko table.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for the Yonko table, the table that will make their dreams come true.
Yo, folks, welcome to the latest and the greatest from the Yonko table. That is the voice of Grandmaster Hoop coming at you from, oh God, I don't know, out in the streets of, King's Landing as we mourn the loss of Prince Jaehaerys, second of his name, I think. I don't know. Because that's right, folks. If you haven't caught on, we are talking about House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 2, Brothers in Arms. That's right, folks. It's the hit Game of Thrones spinoff series that looks to focus on the Targaryen Civil War that is coming to a head, given the events of Season 1 and now the death of Prince Jaehaerys, and we're here to talk about it. With me, as always, is fellow Yonko, Dr. DrJaceAttorney. Dr. DrJaceAttorney, are you team wallow and bring in the tears, or are you team rat catchers?
Those are terrible teams.
You gotta pick
Why'd I gotta
one.
pick those two?
You gotta pick one.
Team Rat Killer killed the babies.
No, that's not what I mean by rat catchers. We'll get into it later. But you mourned Prince Jaehaerys?
Of course, mourned Prince Jaehaerys.
Do you curse Rhaenyra's name?
No, you know what? No. I curse Daemon.
Whoa.
Actually, no. I take that back. I curse Aemond.
Whoa.
I curse Aemond.
Whoa.
No one wants to address the elephant in the room.
There's not another domino that you like to throw in there?
Nope, just that one. Just that
Okay.
one. He
right.
was the piece. He was the piece that kicked off all this baby slaying.
Was he really? Well, listen, we'll get into it. We're not alone. We have 3 of us tonight. Let's hear which supernova will be joining us in tonight's debate. And here we go. Well, goodness, Dr. Mondo, did you mourn Prince Jaehaerys?
Yeah, he was an innocent bystander in all of this. I agree with Dr. J's. It's like curse Aemond. It's like Aemond lost his temper, and Aemond caused all this, yet no one wants to address that he is honestly the reason that all this is happening. They caused the topic.
That's a lot of pressure on the boy.
Do you disagree?
If we're gonna play the blame game, this dates back before Aemond, in my opinion.
This family bickering dates back before then, but the slaying was kicked off with Aemond. He was the one. You remove Aemond from that picture, this slaying bit, it might be postponed. It might happen later, but it doesn't happen now, and the way it's happening right now.
Yeah. This is honestly, like, this entire civil war has been kicked off by, it's like, oh no, I did not want to do that. Damn it. Because Aemond killing Lou was like, oh no. Rest in peace, this little kid. But it's like, oh, we can't find Daemon. There's a kid. Oh no! Everything has been just, and what can go wrong will go wrong.
I think you can date it back further as far as the main instigating event that trickled down. But yes, we'll come back to Aemond. He had a moment in this episode, but rightfully so, we are going to kick things off with Team Green, the Green Council, as they call it. It's the Green Council and the Black Queen. All right. So, yeah, we're picking up right after the aftermath of Blood and Cheese, which I did not know this event was called Blood and Cheese. Funny enough, it's named after because the guard was blood and the rat catcher was cheese.
Wow.
So that's why it's titled Blood and Cheese. They eat with titles. I think they do a good job with titles. But here we go. I declare war.
So you're
There it
Team
is.
Aegon.
Listen, I'll say this about Aegon, because funny enough, I was watching this with Apex, and he has not watched season 1.
What?
And he
Why
was
is he
like-
watching it then?
Why is he watching this then?
A fool.
Dummy. Kick him out.
But he was like, oh, so he's the Joffrey of the season. I was like, whoa,
No, absolutely not.
Right, Aegon is not Joffrey, and dare I say, Aegon is growing on me, little by little. He just needs some good rearing, but I was feeling for Aegon here. You know, he lost his son. He genuinely cares about his son, and yeah, just he's hurting. Did you feel his hurt?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like he's a weird guy, twisted character, but the love he had for his son was genuine.
Right. It doesn't take away from all the depravity that he has committed in the past, which is problematic. But yeah, he had love for his son, and this is coming out of a place of hurt. So it's like, you know, it's not like he has the crown, which he does, and he's like, let's just go kill Rhaenyra. You know, he wants revenge.
Yeah.
And revenge is a dish best served cold. Or should I say, best served whole.
Gross.
But hold on, let me pause. I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, Cole, he'll be a part of this. What does the Green Council do next? There's 2 oppositions that are vying for the right approach to this. Otto Hightower comes in fast and swift, and he says, Jaehaerys will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle could.
I actually like that quote.
That's a great quote.
That's a great quote.
That is a great quote. Say what you will about the man, because I hate him. See, y'all might hate Kristen Cole. I hate Otto Hightower.
Oh, me too.
No, but he's like my number 1 that I hate.
Is he your number
it's
1?
Yes, for me, he's my
above
number-
Kristen?
Yes, I hate Otto Hightower.
Even after this episode.
What I hate about him so much is how he is smart. You know, he's like,
he technically did what was right in this episode, considering the political machinations that he's going to take advantage of with the death of Jaehaerys. But you know, it's that coldness, that delivery that he does when it comes to we have to use his death. We have to capitalize on this.
He's very he's very calculating. He's very cold, very methodical, very cunning, and yeah, it's like, yeah, he's not a likable character at all. He's not. But the thing is that even though he's not a likable character because of his actions, you definitely can see in his actions there's a reasoning. There's a reasoning for his actions. Like a logical, albeit very problematic reasoning behind it. He has an ulterior motive, an ulterior goal. And that's why he's second on my list. And we'll go on why Petty Cole is my number 1 later on.
yes, it's coming. It's coming sooner than later. But yeah, I think Otto is in, and again, I credit, I guess, George R.R. Martin for this. Everything that he does wouldn't be as problematic if he was not the grandfather to Aegon and, the great grandfather to Jaehaerys, or, whatever he is to this family. He is indeed part of this family. And as a character, you see him put aside kind of his familial ties to it all for his own self-interest,
Yes and no. I think it's like, he does want what's best for like his self-interest, but at the same time, I would say like his lineage, his family,
self-interest.
No, yeah, like there's a degree of self-interest for him, but also for his family, meaning Aegon himself. even though it's very twisted, the decisions he takes, it's like, yeah, I'm putting this guy here, and it's like, you guys are gonna reap the benefits of my labors.
See, I call that self-interest though, because
It is.
it's how he forms it. He says, let's not parade Jaehaerys out there because we want the people to mourn him. We want to parade him out there so people will be like, Rhaenyra's a monster. Rhaenyra the Cruel.
No, definitely. It's monstrous that you're making your granddaughter. Your granddaughter have to relive this trauma, and your daughter to also kind of relive this trauma for the good standing of your grandson. It's monstrous. It's very callous. It's no empathy at all. And then he says at the end, it's like, but before that, I want you to say, I am mourning greatly of the death of Jaehaerys. But the way he sets aside his emotions versus his quote unquote duty, it's very notable. And noticeable, I would say.
There's hardly any there's nothing. There's no grieving from Otto. And you see everyone else grieve. You see Alicent grieve. You see Aegon grieve. You see
Helena.
Helena, yes, I knew that name. And you see all the people that were affected directly by Jaehaerys' death, but good old Otto Hightower, he's like, listen, I grieve too, but we gotta think about this. And I mean, and to be fair, like, as bad as it is, you need someone like this in this type of world, in that position of power. Like, you need it. And later on, we're gonna see, like, oh yeah, that decision that Aegon makes with them. I'm like, I don't think that was the best choice, but sure.
He's Machiavellian.
Yeah,
He's always. It's like, the end justify the means. That's right. That is Otto Hightower in a nutshell, right there.
Right.
He's very cold, calculating. He knows when to when to show emotion, when to not show emotion, what decisions to take at the appropriate time to take said decisions, when to stay still and when to move. Yeah, he's a political mastermind.
His emotions come later on, and we'll get there. And I think there's, a reason why his emotions come later versus in this moment.
Yeah,
it makes him hate him more. Helena got a lot of spotlight here as far as kind of just, and I feel really bad for her too, because she can't confide in Aegon because he's, they are both grieving, but they are not here like this together.
And she's truly the only innocent in that entire family. When you come, like, Helena has had nothing to do with all the stuff that has gone wrong. Even like going back, when you're going to like the bickering and just like the tensions between the families, Helena's the only one to a certain degree that has had nothing to do there. She's been very weird, very quirky, but innocent.
No, she's truly innocent. Yeah, no, I don't think has any ill will in her body. No, I don't think she even realizes what's really all kind of going on. And I was waiting for her to drop another vision or another phrase, and I was like, oh, what does that mean? We didn't get that, and that's okay. I'm let this girl grieve because now she's being more. I mean, she was already a political participant, being the queen, but now she's being used definitely more as a pawn with the, parading and whatnot. We must let them see the queen mourn.
A figurehead.
And so, yeah, it's sad how the machinations are now trickling into the most innocent one. But there is definitely one person who is seeking absolution, because when it comes down to it, this could have been avoided if you did your fucking job. I'm gonna go ahead and just say Kristen Cole may be the worst commander of the Kingsguard there ever was. Does anyone disagree?
No, we don't.
No.
Like, this is like, what a hateable character. And this is just like, now it's like my reasoning as to why he's number one and not Otto Hightower. Otto Hightower's decisions, be it however twisted they are, have some logical and grander scheme, like, in mind.
It's for the good of the realm.
It's for, like, quote, the good of the realm, the good of your family, you know, all that, whatever. There's an ulterior motive, but there's a logical and sound reasoning about, like, whoa, like, this is monstrous what you're doing. But logical and political reasoning as to what he is doing. Kristen Cole is just petty. He is petty. He is unstable mentally. He is mentally weak. He can't accept. He's so stubborn to a fault. He can't accept his faults at all.
Well, let's talk about his faults. Where was he supposed to be that night?
Guarding Helena.
Actually,
Well,
wait. So where does the Lord Commander actually stand stationed for like the night watch?
I think he stands outside the Queen's.
The Queen,
but-
as in Helena.
Helena.
Okay.
Helena's the
Yeah,
queen.
Helena. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Actually, right. I forgot that. Allison is the Queen Dowager.
Yes.
Helena is the Queen.
So he's supposed to
yes.
be guarding the Queen, not the Queen Dowager.
Pretty sure that's how it works.
Okay.
But even if that's not exactly how it works, as Sir Rick pointed out, that nobody was assigned to Helena.
Okay.
He pointed that out in this next coming scene. The
Right.
point is, I'm pretty sure Kristen Cole is at fault for not being a good commander.
How is he not your number one for most hated character? How is Otto Hightower above this?
Because I blame Otto Hightower for a lot, and that bit's coming up. That bit's coming up.
All right.
But, now I will say this. Just the domino effect of what happens here with Kristen Cole is okay. Him confronting Sir Rick. I'm gonna be saying Eric and Rick, so we know the difference. Okay. Which I'm pretty sure this is Rick, right? Rick is the one.
Rick. Yeah.
Rick.
Okay. When he confronts Rick, it says, "Where were you that night?"
Actually, no. First, he's just standing behind him like a creep, just staring at him, waiting for. What if he didn't turn around? What if he just kept eating? You know how dumb he would have looked?
It's power move.
Stupid. But yes, he's like, where were you last night?
Well, one, because he already just went to Allison and just confessed that he blames himself, and he's like, "There's no way I can rewrite this," you know. Or at least, you know, there's not really much he can do. He confesses to Allison that this is definitely his fault. He should have been fucking her, and you know, been doing his job. And then, yes, it's the audacity that he then goes to Eric and is like, "Where were you?" I was like, oh my God, is he about to project?
He projected hard.
He projected hard.
Yeah,
But
no. It was
he's
bad.
The thing is that he's such a distasteful character because everything he does is because his ego is so freaking fragile. And it's not even, there's no ulterior motive of something grand or something. No, it's literally just for him to stroke his ego out, for him to feel a little bit better in that pathetic skin of his. That is, all of his actions are that. Like, oh, the bitch queen. So, like, come on, Kristen Cole. You hate Rhaenyra because Rhaenyra told you, hey, as much as I like you, I can't be with you because I have other duties. But hey, Allison last episode basically told you the same exact
It's
thing.
Rhaenyra's fault. It's Rhaenyra's fault.
And then it's
Once-
like, oh, Rhaenyra's fault. It's like,
Because she didn't run away with him. This all caused the Kristen Cole hate train to like get filled up with coal, and the fuel kept going.
yeah,
But yeah.
it's like, you need
He's-
something to stroke your ego. all the time.
This idea of his that he's doing is just, it was so dumb. Like this whole thing where he's like, pretend to be your brother and go
Well-
go over there.
it's not a bad idea, but it's just such a reckless idea.
It could domino into something terrible.
Correct. And then also where this idea is stemming from is that, he is trying to just place blame elsewhere. And that's not okay.
He's a pathetic character.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about him? Because he didn't even go there with that idea, because he thought of it on the spot. He didn't think this through. He first went there to like mock him for the cape. It's supposed to symbolize all purity to the crown, to the night sky.
No, I don't think he was trying to mock him. I think he was trying to assert his authority.
No,
Commander of the Kingsguard.
Right. Like he went there to just dig and figure out what he can do. When Sir Eric was walking out and leaving, he's like, all right, I'll go clean it up. Those like 5 seconds he took while he was walking down the hallway, that it clicked on him. He's like, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Eric, come over here real quick. He's dumb. Otto Hightower does not do that.
Oh no,
he's dumb.
No.
So dumb.
Because Kristen Cole is governed by his very, very fragile ego.
Yes,
and
very, very much.
That's the thing. Otto Hightower, he has an ego, but he has the brains to back it up. He knows what he wants and how to get it done.
Right.
Kristen Cole, it's like he is a pathetic shell of a man who's again was just told no.
Rejected. Yes.
He just rejected because of duty, which, hey, by the way, like, you also have a duty too.
He got it out the mud. He's just a man trying to rise in the ranks because he,
it's funny because Alicent, she even sees this in Sir Kristen Cole as well, where she's like, you seem like a man trying to seek what was it? Absolution?
Absolution. Yeah, absolution.
And what does he respond? What does he say?
Oh, that he can't, right? Because there's nothing he can do.
I thought he said something clever, like in response to that.
Oh no, he was sad boy in that moment. That's when he's showing his, let me, take off my ego helmet and just be real. He felt guilty. He feels guilt. But yeah, it's the ego that makes him do this really reckless plan.
And also, I just gotta say, man, it's like, way to bite the hand that fed you, because you wouldn't be where you are without Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra hand-picked you into you obtaining your station.
Oh, he hasn't been thinking about Rhaenyra.
Oh no, I know, but I mean, just like, you really gotta be a special kind of prick and fragile to hate Rhaenyra for quote unquote rejecting your love when you wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for her. I just gotta say, it's like what a sorry excuse of a human being. And
Sounds
I really
like the hate train for Sir Kristen Cole is going strong.
Yeah, and
very
I really
strong.
George R. R.
Strong. Who else do we have in here besides Sir Kristen Cole?
Oh, well, I mean, Aemon had a little moment where he's just like, I feel bad about the Luke bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, Aemon.
But he was like with the prostitutes and all that, right? I think it was.
Yeah, and he's confessing to like the madam.
Yeah, it's like Aemon again. Like, yes, Aemon is the elephant in the room. That everything, he is the one that really caused the dominoes to crash and just like fall and all that. But like Aemon, you can kind of understand him a bit because he was ridiculed as a kid. He was like constantly bullied and pushed. And even though Aemon, you saw it in the episode.
What was the bullying for again? Was it because he could not get a dragon?
Or he didn't have a dragon.
He could not get a dragon. He was obsessed with dragon.
Okay.
And like he couldn't get a dragon. And they would just tease him and ridicule him. And then he finally got a dragon. But you can even see like in the episode where he kills Luke, like you can see it in his face when it happens. He's like, oh, like he didn't want that. He overreacted, and he knows this.
Well, the overreaction is just him taunting Luke. Vhagar did the final blow, and again, he does not have full control of Vhagar.
Right.
Dare I say, because I just rewatched like all of season 1 today. Maybe Vhagar might be impartial to women, because Vhagar was listening to Lena. You know, she just Jerkaris Vhagar, and she only had his head once because she was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?"
Oh, that was when he like lit her up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't think Vhagar listens to Aemon like that. I really don't think so.
You think he won't even do it if he says Dracarys?
I think she will, but in the grand scheme,
It's gonna be a pussy ass character. Like,
well, I just feel if
That's what it's
Vhagar wanted to, Vhagar would toss Aemon off. You know, Vhagar is in control. Vhagar is in control. Not Aemon. Let's pause here on the greens. Let's go check in with the blacks. We'll come back to the greens for their ending bit. So Rhaenyra the Cruel.
They accuse me of this.
And this was a really great scene, because they're like button heads, like, what do we do? Well, how could this have happened? Helena of all people.
yeah.
I only want an Aemon.
Rhaenyra, what did you do?
And I'm like,
And you just
do
see-
you really think I would kill a little kid?
But hold up, he is just sitting there.
Smiley. He has that. Oh God, I want to call him Matt David. What's his
But
name?
he's waiting the entire time for her to realize it was him.
He's like,
Because he's always just sitting, like the way his posture, the way he does that smirk. He does this all the time. And she just looks at him. He's like, I already know. I already know it's you. I already know it's you. You're the problem.
But he's like the way he's like seated, everything. He's like, should I tell them? Should I tell her? It's like,
Well, I didn't even think about
he's
it.
like enjoying all this.
I don't think he was enjoying it.
No, but at least that's kind of like what you see in the body language a little bit, and it's really funny. Actually.
Oh, that's not what I picked up. I picked up that he knew he was in trouble. Like, he knew he was about to get scolded.
No, but Damon doesn't care about anything.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. He was ready to defend his cause, but that he was just waiting for it to happen. I didn't take it as he felt good about it. Just that he knew what was coming, and he was formulating, all right, this is what I'm going to say. Hey, we hurt them. We hit it where it hurts.
We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, the city is saved. We got him.
But then, she pointed it out best, like, Helena has nothing to do with this. And then she specifically is like, what did you specifically say to these assassins? And he was like, oh, I told them Aemon, and he's lying.
What was So what was said?
He told them Aemon. He
did.
And they
he said-
asked, what if we can't find him?
And his reply to that, if I'm going to say it, it's like almost like, how hard can it be to not find a guy with the iPad? Like,
Is that what he said?
Like, he said something. It's like he doesn't say that exactly, but at least that's what kind of like the gist of what he gets at. It's like, what do you mean you're not gonna find Aemon? He's super easy to find.
I'm telling you this right now. He's not specific. Very much to the point where it is left to interpretation. As far as if you don't find Aemon,
Do whatever. The hell.
Oh, are you reading it right now?
I'm trying to find
Okay.
It's not specific. It definitely leaves interpretation for two bumbling fools like Cheese and Blood to go ahead and think it's okay to kill this baby.
Yeah, because didn't one of them like quote what Damon told them right
It was like
before
a
they
son-
went to the
I
kid?
think it was like a son for a son or something like
Yeah,
that.
they got that
exactly.
from him.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh well, I guess we can do this. And then they did what they did to Jaehaerys. No, Damon tried to defend himself. He's like, listen, that's not what I told them. I didn't say to do that. I don't think he's lying. I think what he's saying is, I did not tell them to go into that castle and kill that kid. I did not tell them to do that. But of course, with the vagueness when they ask, what if we can't find him? It's like, I don't know.
I have no control for those guys' mistakes. That's he kind of goes into it's like it was a mistake. I have no control in that those bumbling fools killed the wrong person. I didn't want them to kill that kid. It was Aemon.
But problematic enough because
he went behind her back.
He went behind her back. Correct. And funny enough, people started pointing out
both the
Damon
guys.
They started pointing out Damon, when the hood comes on, he knows shit's about to go down.
He's scheming.
He's scheming. He's about to do something depraved.
I thought you were gonna say the two male figures that are like romantically involved with the two main female protagonists are all scheming behind their backs and causing all this mess to happen.
Well, that's part of the issue is that, yes, this show has two women, Alicent and Rhaenyra, at the center of really their familial power, whatever. And yes, people undermine them constantly. That's been a reoccurring theme throughout House of the Dragon. Dare I say Game of Thrones too. You saw it with Cersei. Right. You saw it with Daenerys. You saw it with Sansa. Women try to be good leaders, and you have these idiot men come in and think they know better. And I like too how Rhaenyra here very much was like, it's not that, what you did was like so bad, but it was like, I can't trust you. And my father couldn't trust you, your brother, He wasn't
fearful of you. He wasn't fearful of you. He couldn't trust you.
Yes. And then she even called him out too. And I like this part. She said, am I just a tool to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
Stolen.
That was a great line.
That was a great line. Yes.
It was. He had no words because it was true.
Yeah. Hit him right here. Hit him right there. Because yes, it was absolutely true. I don't know if he really I feel it's more of respect than the actual crown that he wanted.
No, he wanted the crown.
Yeah.
I think it's deeper. I think the crown is a materialistic.
No, but David wanted the crown.
Yes, I understand he wants the crown, but I think it runs deeper. The crown is just symbolism for what he really wants, which I really think is just respect and just this admiration from folks. That's what he really wants. And obviously the crown is a way to get that. But he did love his brother, but he was always going to do what he thought was best. But which he is about to do right now. He's gone.
Where do we think he's gone?
We know where he's going. He's going to I think he's going to oh my gosh, not Harrenhal. Or was it Harrenhal? Is he going there? No, he's not.
They
going
mentioned Harrenhal. They mentioned
so he's going there.
I think he's going to the Riverlands, which Harrenhal's in the Riverlands.
And what's there?
Well, the Harrenhal was the house of the Strong family, actually.
Oh, okay.
Or that's where they were seated.
Yeah.
But Laris burnt that down last season. So either way, he's about to do another play that puts them in a position of power. And again, but he's doing the exact thing that Rhaenyra does not want him to do.
But Rhaenyra kind of said like, I don't trust you. So you can stay, you can leave, you can do whatever the hell you want. I don't trust you. It's like it's kind of like you are not affiliated to me. You are not like you do not represent me anymore. Mm-hmm. That's the message she gives him. Kind of saying, do whatever the hell you want. it's obvious I can't stop you, but just know, I'm not I am not gonna be a part of this.
He's a loose cannon. He's a wild card.
Yep.
Both sides, both sides have their wild cards. Well, Green Council might have 2 wild cards. But yeah, no, Daemon's their loose cannon. He's their wild card. I think we'll see the fruits of his actions come next episode, where he we'll see it come next episode. We get a quick check-in with Jacaerys and Baela. Baela's about to take a big role. Baela, Laena and Daemon's daughter, one of their daughters, writer of Moondancer. So I think we saw a little bit of Moondancer this episode.
God, finally a dragon with a different name.
Oh, how many dragon names can you name?
Not Viserys, Gavagar, Lucerys, Jacaerys. I'm tired of them.
Those aren't even dragons.
Maleeces.
Melees.
I'm done. No. Thank you. Moondancer are like 2 nouns together. That's all I needed.
So you're gonna be able to remember Moondancer.
100%. It's 2 nouns fused.
Okay.
That's like the song Moondance. That's great.
Exactly.
Sure. All right. You need the basic names to remember. Gotcha. I thought that was interesting. The little bit where she was like, Jace was like, "Oh, I miss Luke," and then she was like, "What do you remember of my uncle, their father?" And then she said,
"What about this guy's strong?"
What about strong? And I was like, it's hard to rewatch season 1 because there's many follies that characters make. Viserys is the king. He could just go ahead and say, yeah, those are bastards, but they're okay in my book. Don't touch them. I'm changing the law. Some shit like that. It probably make a lot of people be upset.
It's not tradition.
He's a king. At the end of the day, he's a king. He can do that.
Otto Hightower will say, "I do not advise that, Your Grace. Please do not do this."
But him turning a blind eye inadvertently is a part of the dominoes that led to all of this. So, Baela, just by mentioning strong at all in a conversation about fathers, well, that's got to be love, because I don't think she cares. Find me a girl like that.
I guess.
She don't care where I come from.
Sure.
She don't care what I'm about. She cares about me, who I am.
She cares how strong he is.
She cares how strong. And then I know sea shanties.
Dumb.
And I know how to fish.
Did you care about this plot thread? The thing with the whole shipyard thing?
I don't know where they're going with this.
I don't know what this is for. Like, I can't, and maybe because it's gonna domino into something later, but like as of now, I'm like, what is this? Who are these people?
That plot, like that story thread, I'm not super interested in.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's giving. It's very similar to. I would like to say it's an HBO trope. And I specifically see this in The Wire. They'll introduce new characters that represent a different kind of faction of the world, and then slowly but surely they are going to fold into the main story. So yeah, Alan of the Hall, and now we've met his brother Adam. I have no idea what they're gonna do. I have no clue. But
Nothing.
We are supposed to be paying attention because it's going to come back later. I guarantee.
Do you put carrots in your stew?
Is that what he asked?
Yeah, at the end.
I promise you.
Stay tuned for the next episode to see if he puts carrots in his stew.
Listen,
you're gonna see the stew next week.
I love seeing my brothers on TV, but I definitely was looking at my phone once or twice.
Wow,
during that
problematic.
And then why were you just like telling us, hey, by the way, you have to pay attention because it's gonna come
No,
later.
no, like I
Hey,
did.
I
Like,
was
don't-
on.
That stew is gonna play a pivotal role later on, and you're gonna wonder, wait, did he put carrots in it? If he didn't put carrots in it, it must be poison.
They're gonna use that stew to burn someone's face alive. That's what's gonna happen.
Listen, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna rewatch. I rewatch these episodes, so I'll probably rewatch this before this becomes relevant again.
I guess.
But yeah, no, their time is coming. Their time is coming. I don't know what they're planning on doing. Their time is coming.
Next season.
Here, let's do one more bit here with Team Black. There's a good cutoff point here. We got the White Worm, Missaria, and yeah, when she was first introduced in season 1, I did not think she would be relevant at all, and she's proving her relevance.
Who's the White Worm?
Missaria.
Who's that?
Damon's
ex.
whole.
Damon's ex.
Oh God, yeah.
The White Worm.
I honestly want them to
the
get.
Varys of this.
Varys.
Okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
Varys of this series.
Okay.
Well, she's not doing that bang up of a job. So far.
I want them to shoo her off. Just get rid of her.
They were, but she proved her usefulness.
Oh gosh, what? How did she get that scar? Did they explain
Oh,
that?
I'm not even sure.
Okay.
I was like, where's the scar? I didn't even see the scar.
Oh yeah, it was like a white line like on her across her throat.
Oh, totally missed it. I imagine it's because, she was in the trade, being shipped around and whatnot. But I do like her conversation with Rhaenyra, and it speaks to Rhaenyra's character too. She's trying to be a just queen. Viserys is often credited as a just ruler. I think they even mentioned it here. Oh, actually, I know where they mentioned it. We'll come back. That's mentioned in the Green Council. I like this because it's also, they shared Daemon. They both been with Daemon. I was like, damn, Rhaenyra, you don't remember her. And then she was like, oh, you don't remember me. Because they did meet once when Rhaenyra flew over to Flex saying, get back them dragon eggs and whatnot. So it was a nice little moment for them. But I think the biggest part was when she was about to go back. Well, one, Rhaenyra let her go free, honoring her word or her family's word. Good for Rhaenyra. Points for Rhaenyra. Points for being just. And then she was pivotal, which I'm pretty sure she was pivotal in this. Yeah, right. It's
because she recognized because she left with Eric.
Yep.
Because Eric was with Rhaenyra.
Mm-hmm.
And then he leaves and sees Eric, and obviously she knows of Eric, and she was like, whoa, okay, like stop for a moment.
Yeah.
And she's the one that gives the word, like, hey, by the way, like, we got an infiltrator here.
That saved her kindness. Her kindness saved her life.
Actually, Rhaenyra being just and letting her go, she repaid it. And also Rhaenyra was like, I don't know if I can trust you. I'm just gonna honor my family word. If this gains her a spot in Rhaenyra's court, that probably do Rhaenyra really good,
because she knows the inner workings of King's Landing.
Correct. And she's had enough of Otto Hightower and Daemon. I don't think she was ever working for another woman before, so it's like, team women.
Feminism.
Yeah, feminism. Go ahead. Me too. You were fucked by Daemon, so was I. In the literal or the metaphorical sense, both. Both.
Gross.
You were fucked by Otto Hightower? I hope not. Right. So, we'll come back to the big finale. Let's go back to Aegon. He got, he beat the crap. Well, he killed. I imagine he killed.
He killed.
Yeah, no, he killed him.
He beat him dead.
Yeah. I actually like the quote where he said, "Are you gonna hurt me?" And he's like,
but I can't promise that the king would. That the king and Aegon just walk by.
No, I liked how when what's that guy's name? The guy with the limp?
Oh, Laris.
Laris. I liked when Laris came out with like the torture devices.
Like,
he was like, "Okay, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was Damon. It was Damon. Listen, Damon hired me. He told me to go hunt a kid. Just please do not start this, please."
Like,
this is crazy.
This is not for me to use. This is not for me to use. This for someone else.
No, he didn't even use it. He was like, "Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for the information."
But that's the thing. It's like Lars is just like, yeah. It's like because he knows this guy's gonna spill the beans. It's like, yeah. I'm unpacking all this. I'm not gonna use this. This is not for me.
I honestly thought he was gonna go down and not say a damn thing, because given the last episode, fuck the high towers, and then this one, he sang like a bird.
Oh, he was the same one that opened the door?
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't put that together. That's funny.
Yes.
I thought it was like a random guard that was like, "Fuck the high towers," and he just let him in.
No, that's the same dude. And yeah, he was like, he said a son for a son. And I did look it up. We don't see Damon say the son for a son bit. He does describe Aemon, and then it kind of cuts from there. And then it is in the bedroom where they're like, he did say a son for a son, you know?
Oh, so it's kind of like on the viewer to really determine, can you even trust what Damon said? Because you're listening to it through the, the interpretation of the rat catchers. So do you believe Damon saying that, I didn't tell him that? Or do you believe the rat catchers who said, a son for a son? He said a son for a son.
It's which is I honestly like kind of the vagueness of that.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you do know this. They were there because of Damon. You do know that. That part is clear as day. The rat catchers! Otto Hightower done blew a gasket.
Oh, I love this scene. I loved it.
Oh, this was great, y'all.
This is a great scene.
Yes.
It
He's had enough. He said, "Oh, my genius plan of having the city mourn the queen and the queen dowager over the Prince Jaehaerys' funeral. Genius. Everybody thinks Rhaenyra's a monster." What the?
It's like you threw it all away.
No, this was so fun. It was funny and it was tense and it was just a great scene. It was phenomenal. Mind your tongue, how you speak to your grace. Shut the hell up, Kristen Cole. He is my grandson. I will speak to him as I may.
Oh, I got you. It was
what?
He said, the king is my grandson, and my grandson is a fool.
I loved it. Wait, did he like close the door first because he knew?
Yeah. No. He said that, then he closed.
Okay,
the
then
door.
he closed the door. Okay.
Then he was like, I'm about to lay into this boy, and I know people already think he's weak. I don't need my grandfather ass screaming at him to make him look weaker. So let me try to give him some dignity. Dignity, big word here.
Wow.
Because he said Aegon didn't have any dignity like his father.
No, and then he goes and actually like reminisces about Viserys and says like your father, he was just almost and all these very, very positive qualities of Viserys, kind of saying like you are nothing like your father.
And it is here where I was like, this is why Otto Hightower is my number one, because it's a little too late, sir. It's a little too late.
But he has regret. You didn't feel like there was some regret in those words where
no, there's regret.
Where
there
like
is.
Yeah, like where Aegon says he says something like, well my father is dead, and then I think
it's something like that's why, and I like
we are the lesser for it.
No, we are the poorer for
it.
He says something. There's something else because Aegon says something like, "Oh, and he chose me as the king," and then Otto says, "If you only knew."
Okay, which is interesting because I'm like, I know Allison did come to Otto. And
Yes.
was like, this is what he said.
Right.
But like, did Otto hear that? And he's like, oh, he probably thought you were Rhaenyra. You know, he didn't say that to Allison.
Oh no.
He just said, I'm just gonna use this.
Yeah.
And we're gonna move. We're gonna make this move.
Right.
So the fact that he's letting on that he probably knows more, because at this point, he's basically saying, I mean, he probably thinks Aegon is not fit for the crown, but I don't think he's necessarily like, all right, I'm Team Black now.
Oh, yeah,
which
no.
would be
No, he's
quite
not-
the twist.
No,
that would
yeah.
be quite
No,
the twist.
He's not gonna do that, but he's basically saying, I think what he's saying is like, you know, I lied to get you into power, even knowing that you weren't the right choice. That's kind of what he's trying to hint at. It's like, yeah, it's like you're in the seat that you are because of me, not because even your father wanted you there, because your father didn't want you there. Your father wanted Rhaenyra, but I took it upon myself to put you on that seat.
I wonder if
That's what
gonna.
he's saying. He's not he's not Team Black. He's saying he is pro his family, his legacy, his power. But
and he's pro, I'm a fool.
I
but
wonder.
he knows that Rhaenyra would have done a better job as a ruler than Aegon. He knows it.
I wonder if
Objectively.
that's gonna dig into Aegon's psyche throughout the coming episodes. Like, if it's gonna be like, what did grandfather mean by that? Why did he say that? And then
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh no, but then the greatest twist of all.
Oh no, this is the dumbest thing I think
Oh,
could
the
have
dumbest.
ever happened.
Absolutely the dumbest.
Now, mind you, I don't think Hand of the King should be serving more than one king. That's just me, first of all.
What if your rule was great as that prior king? Don't you want the same hand to like guide you on the next king?
No.
This is how you lose your head. This is how you lose your
it's
head.
Just like in America, where when the presidential elections first started, second place became the vice president. You could have totally two different ideas on how to run a country, but nope, you get to be vice president. And then somebody said that's dumb. That's dumb. I don't, because I guess the hand of the king is like it's like a Supreme Court justice seat. You're there till you die, unless dismissed. And I was like, I think Aegon's gonna pick Larys. I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh
He's gonna give it to
no
Larys.
way.
Because no, Larys was feeding him some good stuff last episode.
Yes.
You know,
Right,
And-
but from this immediate moment of grief and Sir Kristen Cole being that
Well-
one dumbass that gave him this grand idea, he's
listen-
thinking, oh yeah, Kristen Cole, yeah, he should be the king.
No.
He should be the hand of the king. Easily, yeah. He gave me such a great idea.
Listen, I know Kristen Cole was in the room, but part of me was like, he's just gonna fire Otto, then he's gonna go find Larys.
No.
And
I think even Kristen Cole was even surprised.
oh,
He
Kristen Cole
was, yeah. He was like, yo,
"Wait,
Grace? What?
he
It's
was
like,
dumbfounded.
I'm the hand? It's like, what happened?
He said, my new hand will be a steel fist. And I was like, ooh, I do like that line. I like that line.
It's nice.
I don't like that decision.
Like, well, love the line, but Kristen Cole is like, it's anything but steel because of his fragile ego. But okay.
I just liked how Otto, he's like, you dare?
No, Otto just like, wow, well, this bit me in the ass. Like,
He said, you insolent pup. And but hey, Aegon wants his revenge in blood, not ink. He wants
I like that line. I like
great
it.
that's a
line.
great
Good
line
line.
too.
He doesn't care about the political machinations of
He's just like,
Otto.
I want to kill her. That's all I want to do.
He's like, no, man. Like the history book. I don't care what the history books say. I want blood right now. It was great. I loved it.
no. They were eating in that scene. Actually, I was like, man, I gotta shout out Riz Ifans, I think I pronounced his name right. He plays Otto.
He
Oh
does a
yeah.
great job. He does
That
a
was
great
probably his best scene because I'm like from here. I'm like, I don't know what kind of role he's gonna play, but granted, he's going back to Old Town, and he talked to Allison about. They finally mentioned their other son that Dr. Rico was mentioning.
The one that we never saw, right?
We have not met him, Daron.
Daron.
And that's
which I-
his son, or
No, that's Viserys and Allison's son.
okay. That okay. And they went to Old Town, and
Yeah,
we
they've been
never
in
seen
Old Town
them.
this whole time, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, don't know the degree of what that's gonna play out, but I
No,
guess
but I think Allison tells him you should go to High Garden.
Oh, right, yeah.
She actually
does say
tells him you should go to High Garden
their banners are wavering
to make sure that they support us.
Right. So, I guess he's still a player, just not the hand anymore. But yeah, goddamn, Kristen Cole, the hand of the king. This is crazy.
One of the worst decisions.
Ah,
And
right. I
that's
was
why
like-
I'm like, say what you will about Otto Hightower. You're putting Sir Kristen Cole as your hand. That's why you know he's gonna say some out of pocket nonsense as hand of the king. You know he's gonna make some terrible decisions and give terrible advice. Otto Hightower would never, despite what he's done, he would
He's gonna
never.
be a yes man. He's gonna be a yes man. Anything Aegon says, he's yes, my king. Yes.
My king, you want to declare a war? I think that's a great idea. Let's declare war.
Kill the bitch queen.
The only one who can stop. Well, actually, see, and then again, this is a very interesting place because Alicent, because earlier on, Aegon looked at Alicent and was like, "Mother, what do you think?" Like when he was crying in the beginning, he is looking to Alicent for guidance. But now Kristen Cole is hand of the king. B, he is fucking Alicent. Kristen Cole's winning.
The power dynamics have changed.
He's winning. I wrote down this. I said Alicent and Kristen, and then you have Aegon and Cole. He's winning. All because Rhaenyra didn't want to run away with him. This is all Rhaenyra's fault.
It is. It is.
No, it's not. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't know. She was the catalyst.
No,
She did not need to invite him into her chambers that night. She did not need to do it. She could have said,
didn't.
I forgot.
Technically,
I forgot what I forgot what led to it exactly.
Oh, I'll tell you what led to it. Damon turned her on, and then she was.
Oh, was that where like Damon invited her out to like
Yes,
and then he like
correct.
teased her and then she's like, get away.
No. He teased her, and then he couldn't get it up.
Oh, okay, and then she ran away. Okay.
Well, he ran away, and then she was still horny.
Wow. Her fault.
Damon's fault. Damon again.
I guess.
But again, he's winning now, and it looks like Alicent, she's like, I don't even care if I sin again. Give it to me, Cole.
First off, before that happened, I like how she tried confiding in Otto. And she's like, Father, I have sinned. And he's like, listen, Alicent, not today. I've had enough.
I've already been disappointed by my grandson. Please, not my daughter.
And she just didn't say a word. She just got up and left. That is classic Otto. I'm sorry. Kristen Cole's number one. Otto is two, just for comedic scenes like that. That is so funny.
Oh, okay. Well, also, see, Otto is my number one because in his little moments here is when he realized a lot of this is his fault. A lot of this is his doing. So again, a little too late. But what? Allison wanted to go slap Kristen Cole.
She knew what she was doing. Those were not like you know.
You made me sin.
Stop it!
Stop it, Ron.
Stop it, Ron. Stop. You knew where that was going, and Kristen knew too. He's like, "Are we doing this?"
No, I think at that point, Allison really doesn't care anymore.
She doesn't.
I'm like, she's losing a lot of her little. I'm with the. I pray to the seven. I live by the seven, and yeah. No, I think it's out the window. But and I think she also slapped him for the Sir Eric plan.
No, but also it's interesting now because really the power dynamics there have changed because last episode and the beginning of this episode, right? Kristen Cole was the head of the King's Watch, and you had the Queen Dowager. Obviously, that is power dynamic there, with Alicent holding more political power there. Now it's the other way around. In a single episode, now Kristen Cole is the second in command of the entire realm.
Well, technically, too.
Actually, maybe that's why he was in that room to begin with. He was like, because before he was waiting outside of her door until she maybe someday invited him back in. But this time, after being handed the king, he's like, hey.
Well, he's allowed to. He's no longer tied to his vows anymore,
right?
If I'm not mistaken.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah, he's no longer part of the guard.
Right.
So yeah.
So he won't soil his white cloak.
Exactly. Wild. And then what about
Go Kristen?
Go Kristen. Go Kristen. He sent one of the twins to his death. Both the twins to their death.
Well, he had to, because he said, this is what he said earlier. He said, "Put down the pretender, and you shall end a war before it begins."
You just hastened it, man.
Now, watching this scene,
this was so funny.
It's shot even before they actually confront each other. It's shot perfectly, because at times I was like, "Fuck, I don't know which one's which." I lost it. Did y'all ever get lost when they kept switching back?
I got lost. I think I was trying to say, I think Eric was. Wait, no. Eric. I think Eric was the one that had his leg slashed.
Oh no, I'm talking about before.
The lead up. Because they were showing both of them.
The lead up.
Yeah, the lead up.
Oh yeah.
Before the conference. Yeah, and I was like, there ain't no way they're doing this to me. They can't do this to me. I can't keep up. No,
I was kind of laughing a little bit when he eventually got to the bedroom, because they were gonna confront each other there, and I started thinking, is this gonna be like one of those dumb novella moments where it's like Rhaenyra has to like stab one of them, and he's like, "Stab him, Rhaenyra, not me," and he's like, "But I don't know which one's which."
Listen, no, that's exactly how it played out.
Well, I mean, Rhaenyra's not the one that has to do it. I wanted her to do it because it would have been more funny. But yes, in a way it did. He's like, "Which one's Eric? Which one?"
No, when that one sir said it, I was like, ain't no fucking way. Because the last time I saw this, I feel was like in freaking Family Guy.
Yes, I was thinking of Family Guy.
Where Chris is like, "Which one's my real dad?" He's like, "Chris, you got to be kidding me. We don't look anything alike." And they did it. And I yes, Eric, the good one, yes, he first did get slashed in the leg, and that was how you're supposed to keep up. But honestly, by the end of it, I feel you're not supposed to know which is which, because at the end of the day, no matter who died, the one who was left living killed themselves.
Right.
And it was either guilt from wanting to kill Rhaenyra or guilt from killing the brother.
Right.
And it was very poetic.
It was, yeah. Because I feel like... Eric is the good one that was supposed to protect Rhaenyra.
Eric is Rhaenyra's protector.
I feel like the one who ended up offing himself was Eric, but I do agree with you in that you could spin it either way as to which of the brothers actually survived, because they did not want to have to fight each other like that. Neither of them did. And it was out of frustration where once one of them killed the other, it's like, God damn, what did I just do? Why did I do this? Why did it come to this? And then they did what they did. It was great. It was fantastic.
Oh no, it was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was like, ooh, I was like, because like I'm like, he's got to just straight up defend because all he has to do is just get one really good slash in, and it's over.
Right.
You know, and man, had he not hesitated, yeah, it would have been over. But yeah, no, just this was gripping. This was gripping. It's like, and again, we're not at war yet, so it's like how many little backs under the table, you know, backstabbing type of things are we gonna see like this? Is this it? Or are we gonna get like one more before we get like our big battles, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in
And
the
then
preview, he's saying war. I want war. Aegon is.
Oh, right. Yeah, I want war. I want war. And it's coming. It's definitely coming. But it's also poetic because Viserys dies and we just continue to see this world, this dynasty fall apart. And it's now trickling into other houses.
Right.
And it is not holding the realm together. It is dividing the realm. And this will eventually be the downfall of the Targaryens. At least it will start their descent.
Yeah.
Yes. It's beautiful. I love it.
Definitely phenomenal episode. Loved it.
I loved every bit. Yep.
That this is
it was a great episode.
Yeah. This is peak Game of Thrones. This is what it's about.
This was great. Yeah. But goodness, I guess that's it from us here at the Yonko table talking House of the Dragons. House of the Dragon. Season 2, episode 2, Brothers in Arms. Thank you, folks, for listening to us on your various podcast stations. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to us. And of course, thank you for your continued support on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube with DrJaceAttorney. And again, if you dare want to pop off with us in the Discord, please join the link below and we'll gladly discourse with you in the Discord. But that is it from us here at the Yonko table. I am your Yonko host, Grandmaster Hoop, fellow Yonko, DrJaceAttorney. And of course, Supernova, Dr. Mondo. How shall we end this?
Moon Dancer. That was the name of the dragon.
Moon Dancer.
Moon
Yeah.
Dancer.
It's a wonderful night for a moon dance in the stars. Nah, I don't know how to end this.
The king is my grandson, and my grandson is a fool.